Careful. Ooh, jeez. That was very close. Definitely seems that, yeah, we're going way too fast. Here we go. Hey guys, it's Adam aka Swimming Bird, and welcome to the Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Nintendo Switch. This is part 15, so if you missed any episodes so far, please catch up with the links down in the description. Last time we arrived in Hateno Village, and took a quick tour of the town before heading up to the ancient tech lab, carrying this blue flame, and wearing our newly dyed green tunic. So we're starting to look more and more like one of the Links of old. The rain has let up so we can light the furnace and get our Sheikah slate repaired, but also we have a very convenient travel gate here, one of the few not found at a shrine or tower. I almost thought this place was going to lift up out of the ground. We are going to climb that tower in just a couple minutes though, because I want to dive off this cliff. There's a shrine nearby that has an extremely tough trial. Definitely one of the tougher things you can do early on in the game, but the reward is worth it by far, so we're going to tackle that. Now, the lab here has a couple Easter eggs and some mysteries I noticed. First off, I have no idea what that thing is hanging on the ceiling. It looks like an ancient Sheikah submarine or aircraft. I'm sure that it was made by Little Miss Director, but yeah, I have no idea what that's gonna do. It would be cool if the DLC involved it, like we'd jump inside of it and rocket off to some dungeon or something. Speaking of Purah, though, if we talk to her on the table, hey, if you want to talk, would you mind getting down from there first? She has a couple new lines of dialogue here. Waking from the slumber of restoration seems to have given subject the desire to look down on others in an attempt to annoy them as much as possible. Noted. So she does not like anyone looking down on her, despite her stature. But if you look on her backpack, I noticed another nod to the original Zelda. That is the recorder, sometimes called the whistle, from Zelda 1, as well as Super Mario Bros. 3. And this one even has a Sheikah symbol on it, which makes me think that even way back then, Sheikah technology was helping Link teleport around the world. Now, one thing, before we get this final rune and get our slate repaired, I want to show on the map screen, if you hit R, it says the Sheikah slate data has been damaged, so there's a couple things here that we're going to get fixed. So let's talk to Purah.
Snap! Linky, thank you so much. Now then, take a look over there. The guidance stone must be starting to react. There's nothing mysterious about it. This is pure science. My sweet little guidance stone. You sure know how to make this old researcher's heart flutter. Well then, let's go ahead and restore those Sheikah slate runes for you. Give me a nice snap. Go on. No time to be shy about it.
Nah.
Oh, really? Post-slumber of restoration, subject has a tendency to give uncomfortable responses to questions. Noted. Well, if you change your mind, you know where to find me.
So, I want to show that dialogue.
Snap! Hee hee, here it comes. Well then, let's go ahead and restore the Sheikah runes for you.
So, in for a penny, in for a pound, let's give her a nice snap.
Nice one. Okay then. Sheikah slate repair underway. Guidance stone lock removed. Now, let's do this thing.
Okay, all right. So our final rune, and not the final thing we're gonna do with our slate though. We have other adjustments we can make, but this is the final new rune. Camera, Hyrule Compendium, and album missing files confirmed. Starting repair. I keep thinking about the recorder. I'll go back into that in a minute here, but this camera, this is a rune that is optional, but it has a lot more to it. If you want to know more about the story in this game, you definitely want to find the camera, because there's a lot of good stuff hidden behind this final rune. Instantly render a visible image into a picture. Pictures created are saved in the album. It has a useful feature that connects to the Hyrule Compendium and automatically registers pictures of new entries. So there we go. We also have this mysterious album of 12 pictures that is going to be useful pretty soon here, but also the Hyrule Compendium, where we can take pictures of any food, weapons, treasure, monsters, creatures, all this stuff, kind of like Wind Waker, but actually has another use to it. It's not just collecting for the sake of collecting images of stuff. So we'll go into that in a second. Simon's going to help us with that as well. But those 12 pictures that we saw, that is going to be very important to the story.
And it's done. So, is it all fixed up now? Let's see here. Which one is it? Camera, Hyrule Compendium, album. Yep, looks good. So, I know this is sudden, but hear me out. Take a picture of me with a camera. Oh, and don't forget to let me see it.
Take my picture. So now we have our camera, and we can zoom in and out Purah's, we're gonna get a little candid shot here from zooming in, and there we go. We've got a picture of Purah. So whenever that little red marker shows up when you're near someone, you know it's related to some type of quest. But also, if we have our camera out, we can hit B to go into the selfie mode. And if you hit the left control stick, you can pose Link in 4 different ways. He's thinking about what that is on the ceiling. He's maybe doing a funny shot where this tiny little gal is resting in the palm of his hand. There's just some nice poses if you want to take pictures with Link. But also, as you can see, I can take pictures of my equipment when it's on me so that we can track that stuff, actually. So let's talk to Purah.
Hey, how's the picture taking going? Did you get a cute pic of me with the camera?
I took one.
Oh, I can't wait to see it. Let me see.
Here you go. Usually she looks kind of glum, but now she's adjusting her glasses, so it's a nice shot.
My, who is this beautiful young creature? Huh? Oh, I guess that's my cue. Sorry, I kind of lost it there. It wasn't on purpose. It's not just a pretty girl in those images. Yes, there are also some old landscape photos stored in the album. I knew Princess Zelda had made frequent use of the camera feature, but this? Hey, Linky, it dawns on me that you were Princess Zelda's appointed knight, which means there's a strong possibility that you accompanied her to see all the places where those pictures were taken. Oh, right, the lost memory thing could prove troublesome. But don't lose hope. It just means these pictures could be the missing piece to help restore your lost memories. If my hunch is correct, I suggest you check in with Impa. She knows more about Princess Zelda than even I do. Oh yeah, there's just one more thing I need from you. You don't have to worry about this until after you see Impa, but I want you to bring me back some ancient materials. Bring them either to me or Robbie in the Akala Ancient Tech Lab. As if my joy weren't enough. If you bring me ancient materials, we'll give you something good as a reward. All right, let's do this.
So, we've got our new quest to go see Impa, which we'll do in due time here, but
Hey,
something on your mind? We could ask about Robbie real quick, because we're going to visit him a little bit later on.
Robbie is my subordinate. There, I said it. I think he's still up at the edge of Akala researching Guardians. Haven't seen him in 100 years, though, so who knows?
Anything else? Let's upgrade some of our previous runes.
Aha, I'm glad you asked. If you bring me some ancient materials, I'll power up your runes. You'll need 3 ancient screws to power up your Sheikah sensor. You'll need 3 ancient shafts to power up your remote bombs, and 3 ancient cores to power up stasis. If we're on the same page, stop staring at me. Hurry up and bring me some ancient materials.
So we have everything except for the cores.
Snap! I think you should go see Impa first, but if you're saying you already have some ancient materials, then why don't we go ahead and power up your Sheikah slate? So let's do the ancient materials here. Now then, in exchange for those ancient materials, yep, I'm game. So, which rune do you want to power up? We're going to start with the sensor, because that's going to be pretty useful. Sheikah sensor power-up time, yahoo! For that, 3 ancient screws should do the trick. Okay, 3 ancient screws and a cute snap. Here I go, snap. Hey-oh, got it. Okay then, Sheikah sensor upgrade underway. Guidance stone lock removed. Now let's do this thing. So yeah, the recorder, I was going to say, I wonder if originally Link was going to use that as a musical instrument, you know, kind of as the tradition to have him have some type of instrument to play. But I wonder if the developers realized they should just put that into the Sheikah slate since we have the map in there and everything. But it would have been cool if he got to play the recorder again, but maybe someday. For now, Purah's holding on to it for us, and it's nice that it's in the game. So there we go, we have Sheikah Sensor Plus. So now we can actually track different things, not just shrines. We can take pictures of stuff and then track it, which is going to be pretty helpful. So that's why I was talking about the compendium has more of a use than just, filling it out in the first place. There we go, the upgrade is complete. And I think we have enough to do everything except for the stasis upgrade because I don't have any cores yet, but we'll get those as we progress in the game. Yahoo! My little gunstone did the trick, hee hee.
Simon's got something to say. Ooh, the Sheikah Sensor Plus. I really want to see it.
Yes, quite. So if you don't mind, how about showing Simon that spiffy Sheikah Sensor Plus later?
Okay.
Hey!
We got one more here. She's going to say the same stuff, but let's upgrade our remote bomb since we can.
Remote bomb power-up time, yahoo!
Okay. I'll just give her a normal snap this time.
I was expecting more enthusiasm, but whatever. Okay then, remote bomb upgrade underway.
So this one, not quite well, it is pretty useful if you use bombs a lot, but it's not quite as essential. It can just save you a little bit of waiting, which is nice. The stasis having a less of a wait for that, but also being able to do extra stuff to make stasis more useful, I think is a pretty good thing. So we will either head back here or go to Robbie eventually when we get some cores, but that's one of the more rare things to get from Guardians, especially if you're fighting the lower level scouts and stuff. So there we go. We can damage stuff and destroy things, but I think it makes the blast a little bigger, but also less time waiting between using bombs. It'll be ready to use again much faster, so that's going to help out a lot. Yahoo! All right, so there we go. We just got to go get some cores. Let's talk to Simon, though. He's got a quest for us as well. Hello! You've acquired the Sheikah Sensor Plus. That should really come in handy. With that, you can sense things that you've captured with your camera. Explaining won't do it justice. Why not learn by trying? Let's give it a shot, so to speak. Let me see here. First, go take a picture of a sun shroom with the camera. There's one behind the lab. So this is a pretty easy one, but it's going to teach us a little bit about tracking things. There it is. Oop, wrong. Well, you can see the bomb rune here. If I blast it, then yeah, it's a bit bigger, but also recharges much faster than before. But let's get our camera and get a nice sun shroom pic. But there's that little red exclamation mark telling us, no, that's going to be related to a quest. But that is now in our compendium, so we can go in and, you can delete pictures and stuff like that if you have too many. But once it's in your compendium, then you got that picture. We get a little bit of data about it, can learn what it's useful for or where to find some of the stuff. But also, if I wanted to track it, I could hit Y and it'll target it, with my sensor. And if you want to turn that off, you can go back to the map and make sure you hit Y to, you want to turn that off if you don't have a use for it at the time, because it can beep kind of frequently depending on what you're tracking. But it is really cool that you can track stuff like chests and scary guardians and stuff like that, so you know when they're getting close. Were you able to take a picture of the sun shroom? Yes. Let me confirm here. There you go. Just like a phone, I can show him the picture like that. It seems like you got a picture of a sun shroom. Excellent. Next, open your Hyrule compendium and tune your sensor to your picture of the sun shroom. The Sheikah Sensor Plus will then be able to sense sun shrooms. The detailed instructions are written down in the book on the desk there. You should read them. This seems like a nice opportunity to ask if you don't mind bringing me 3 sun shrooms. You can find them growing in Retsum Forest, I believe. The Sheikah Sensor Plus should make it a snap. So I kind of want to head down there anyways. I was waiting a little bit to go dive off the cliff towards the forest, and we could track them. It's going to be beeping quite a bit, but you can hear what it sounds like when we look in the direction and walk towards the sun shrooms. But that forest down there is close, there it goes, to the ranch, and there's some quests there that I want to get. So we're just going to go all the way down here. It's nighttime, so we're going to find some fireflies as well. So I'll put on my sneaking Sheikah gear. There we go. This is actually one of the best places in the game, I feel, to get certain things, because there's a ton of hightail lizards and other stuff like the fireflies that are used for a bunch of upgrades. And as long as you don't run, if you've got your Sheikah gear on, then you should be able to walk right up to certain stuff. There's a sun shroom. I forgot to pick up the one back there, but look, I can walk right up to this guy. There we go. And just grab a lizard. The hightail lizards, I especially feel like, are kind of tough to come by in most areas, and by the time you see them, they might just, be running off somewhere anyways. So it is nice to be able to dip down here and get them, because there's definitely gear, like my climbing bandana, that is going to need some of those lizards to actually get upgraded. So I do think this is a nice place to go. There's also some beetles down here and different useful mushrooms. I really like the iron shrooms, because defense up can make a lot of scary enemies so much easier to deal with. I think we're pretty good here. I could probably take a picture of one of those lizards if we see another one. Sometimes they're hanging out on trees and stuff like that, but they're all over down here. Just haven't really spotted too many of them. It's getting dark. But there we go. I'll worry about that more in the future if we do need to actually get more to, upgrade once we're at that point. But let's teleport back to the lab. I keep wondering if hidden in the warping sound is the like do-do-do-do-do-do, the recorder sound from Zelda 1, which is also, there's another Easter egg for a different game, but Ocarina of Time, the title screen music is based off of that original recorder music. I remember we didn't have Zelda when I was a kid, but we had Mario 3, so I thought that the recorder was from Mario 3 originally, and then later I played Zelda and was like, whoa, the connection. There's lots of different connections between those two series, but That one was very surprising. So there we go. I forgot to get the one out back, but we could grab that real quick. We've got the 3 that we need. There we are. I'm just going to scoop that up and talk to Simon here. Good evening. I see you brought the sun shrooms. Okay, now please hand over those 3 sun shrooms. Sure. Here you go. Palm full of nothing. Thank you. Here you go. So we got some truffles. That's actually a little bit more useful. Right now, at least. So, was the Sheikah Sensor Plus to your liking? Oh, yes, I just remembered there was something else I wanted to talk to you about. Stop by when you have time to talk. So let's see what he's up to. Ah, Link, I've got some news that should be music to your ears. I found a way to help you search for new objects using the Sheikah Sensor Plus. Please feel free to show your excitement anyway. As I was conducting my research, I found that there were still some pictures of the past left on the Guidance Stone. If you add those pictures to your Hyrule Compendium, you can search for their subjects with the Sheikah Sensor Plus. Is it hard? Hard? No, not at all. The Sheikah Sensor has been powered up to the Sheikah Sensor Plus. You can now access a picture registered in your Hyrule Compendium, allowing you to search for the subject of the picture. I trust you now see the benefit of adding pictures to your Hyrule Compendium. Makes it much easier to search for items you need, reducing one more burden you'll face in your travels. Shall I explain it once more? I'm good. Oh, it's like the owl. He put me on the other, on the repeat everything, please. Now then, go ahead and place your Sheikah slate in the Guidance Stone. So let's go do that.
I don't normally like to let people use my little Guidance Stone for free, but I kind of want to see what'll happen, so just this once, I'll let it pass.
Well, you heard her. Could you go and use the Sheikah slate over there? Sure. Thank you. Let's go ahead and turn on the Guidance Stone. Snap! So one more snap, and then we are done here. For now. I know there's a lot of stuff to do in this little area, but I wanted to get it out of the way, and then we don't have to worry about it later. But now it's time to get some more pictures added into our compendium, but then we're going to go to that shrine I mentioned and have some more exciting battles than going and hunting mushrooms and lizards in the woods. Okay, oh, I did forget to go to the ranch, so we might as well hit that up pretty soon here too, but there we go. We got a rushroom picture. Hyrule Compendium updated. But yeah, this is, he's kind of teaching us that if you miss a picture of a boss or something, don't worry too much because there's always a way to get that picture still. If you talk to old Simon here, he gave me a really easy picture. Oh, wow, it seems Hyrule Compendium recovered a picture from the past. It appears the picture from the Guidance Stone was transferred to your Hyrule Compendium. You can't restore transferred pictures, so be careful of overwriting it. You can fill in open slots by taking pictures with the camera or using the Guidance Stone. There we go. Now we can track rushrooms to get my my climber's bandana upgraded for the first time.
And it won't be free from now on either. Keeping a lab like this running is expenses, you know.
We have to get our weird hanging flying machine running again. Yes, what she said. Okay, so yeah, you can go to Simon, pay him rupees, and you'll be able to actually unlock some of that stuff if you don't want to take pictures yourself. So we're gonna head up here. There's a giant telescope that's kind of cool, little umbrella for Purah to go sit there. This is Simon's room here, and he's got, you know, little pictures and stuff. Purah's room is upstairs, and she has a huge journal that I think we're gonna read another time because it's like 60 pages long. It's gonna take quite a while to read. So we'll go back. You guys, you know, let me know if you're really interested in Purah's backstory. But look at all these Guardian Scout heads, and we got a Guardian up on the roof here that we can climb up if we want to get to the very top of the tower. A little creepy. Almost makes me think it's going to come to life, but it shouldn't because it's got a helpful little forest spirit hanging out. There we go. So you can see 2 shrines off in the distance. There's one way up on a cliff in another province, but the one down there, we're actually going to aim for that. So let me put my, I'm just going to put my normal armor on because we're going to go into battle here pretty soon. And we should be able to make it there. Excuse me, Mr. Korok. We are gonna jump off and glide. All right, so here we go. I think I have enough stamina. I've got an elixir, but I gotta keep an eye on that because this is quite a bit of a glide, but we're gonna go all the way down there because that shrine out in the ocean that is kind of tough getting to if you don't have a raft or something, or you don't want to take the time to cryonis there. That is a, not essential shrine, of course, but you know, you don't have to do it, but it is very useful. It has a piece of gear that you're probably going to want to get. The island way off to the left, that is one of the coolest places in the game, so we're going to head there a little later when I've got more hearts and everything, but we will be back to this area. And this is a good time, while we're gliding, to talk about we are now on version 1.1.1. The developers have updated the game, and at the very least, we know that it has all these adjustments to alleviate the frame rate dips that I know a lot of people were having trouble with. There's certain spots in the game, you might have noticed it when we were back at the Great Fairy. There's parts like towns and the Great Fairy Fountain and stuff like that that definitely dip in frame rate. Nothing too crazy, but it's nice that the developers have heard the complaints and they have set out to fix that. I did test it with the Great Fairy's Fountain, and it is crazy to go there and it doesn't have that little dip. It's very odd. So it's nice that was one of my few complaints about the game. So I'm nice to see that they put that out within, you know, a month of the game releasing. They fixed one of the biggest issues people had. We're just about there. We should be okay, even if I fall here. There we go. All right, Sheikah Shrine. So let's get this going. Speaking of rafts, there's one right there. That's another thing that, you know, I mentioned is from the first Zelda. So we'll mess with that when we get out of here. All right, I got to gear myself up because this is going to be a very tough battle. I mentioned before, you know, when we trained in Kakariko Village, we had a little test of combat prowess that was really just a tutorial to show us how to fight. And I mentioned back then, a couple episodes ago, that there are minor, modest, and major tests of strength. But this one here, we haven't done any of the others, I don't think, but we have a major test of strength ahead with only 3 hearts, and this should be interesting. I'm not going to use a torch for sure. I don't have any defense up. I probably should have cooked some stuff before we got into this battle, but you know, I'm going to do my best. We got a couple fairies. I'm not too worried about it. We got 4 fairies. I got my risotto that we can use, so that might help, and also my Thunderblade. So let's just dive in here and do our best. We got all these kind of cracked looking pillars that are kind of central to this fight. They're definitely going to help me out. This is a Guardian Scout 4. We're getting way up in the upgrades. It has a spear, a sword, and an axe. It can blast at you, which is not good. You gotta look out for that, of course, but it's definitely a lot tougher than the other scouts we've seen before. The Thunderblade is very useful against these guys, though, because I can just use that and then wail on him quite a bit here while he is stunned. I'm gonna see if we can get around and get some nice flurry rushes while we're at it. And I mentioned before the Guardian weapons actually do work pretty well on Guardians. The ancient weaponry is more effective. It doesn't seem to break as easily when you're fighting these guys too. So yeah, there we go. I almost got hit by that axe. That would have killed me. I know this is a little strange for a combat method, but using the Thunderblade against them is a good way to whittle them down a little bit. I'm gonna try to, ooh, jeez, I accidentally ducked. Gonna try to get a flurry rush here maybe while he's doing a lot of this stuff. Ooh. Yeah, you gotta be a little closer. Maybe I won't take my chances. Let's get in here and beat him up. A ice weapon is very useful as well, because when you freeze things with an ice spear, ice sword, or anything like that, then it does 3 times as much damage when they are frozen. So probably a little bit better even than the thing that we're using here. Ooh, that was risky. Shouldn't have done that. Let me eat something here. This might be a good time to use my risotto, actually, because it has a couple minutes on it, and I should be able to get that extra damage going well enough. There we go. That was what I was trying to do before, but we were too far away. I'll use my crazy long blade here to start beating up on him. And, ooh, careful. Ooh, jeez. That was very close. I think we got a little bit of leeway because we're on the ground. We almost died from that. What can we eat here that's going to help me out? And then just a half a heart's good. A mushroom or something. Get me back in there. Okay, this is why the pillars are key to use, because when they do that crazy spinning attack with all the weapons, you want to be hiding behind a pillar. Okay, let me see if we can, oh, he's going into another attack mode. See if we can stun him enough here to get some good damage. Because yeah, normally switching weapons a bit is gonna be not as useful, because you want to, you can switch weapons whenever, obviously, but it does help to stick with one and get that extra damage in there until it breaks, because you get that extra crit. But I usually don't switch quite as much. It is just nice to conserve your, there we go, conserve your Thunderblade until you're ready to get in there and stun them. I think I'll keep the rest of that. It's not going to be using the boomerang strengths, but I am going to do a nice spin attack with all the stamina I can muster. There we go. All right, we're doing a lot of damage. Hope we can pull this off. Ooh, he's going into some type of... There we go. Oh, he's actually down into the last bit. So this is when you just want to go crazy. Try to take him out because this laser is going to charge up. And if I can do this fast enough, maybe we can... There we go. All right. That was close. I love that last little bit, though, because it's really like, okay, kill it, kill it, kill it. Break it before it can blast you. There we go. We didn't actually get any cores. A little unlucky there because those will drop those ancient cores. But we got Guardian Spear ++. That is a very powerful spear, just won't last too long. We also got Ancient Battle Axe ++. You can see they're a little more advanced than the sword that I had breaking. You know, this is way bigger. And of course the sword ++. I'm gonna have to get rid of something here. I'll just drop my torch because we got the blue flame to the lab, and there we go. I hope that didn't look too easy because it is tough until you learn the attack patterns of these guys, but we made it through. I was a little scared there. We had fairies. I didn't have to worry too much. But there we go, the climbing gear, the chest piece from the climbing set. That is definitely worth getting, because now we have 2 pieces, which means even more climbing speed boost. And there we go. Took down a major test of strength, which I was, yeah, had my apprehensions, had my worries if I was going to be able to pull that off with 3 hearts, but we managed it. We triumphed over a test of strength and subverted that prophecy of ruin. So here we go. I think we're halfway towards another boost in stamina. If I didn't have all that extra stamina, that would have been a little tough to glide there, but again, you can make elixirs and have stuff like that to help you get out there. But I do definitely think that is worth getting early on because having that extra climbing speed definitely saves so much time when you're traveling around. That's a lot of this game is, you know, finding new places to climb and whatnot. We got, I think we already have a Korok leaf, so I don't really need to mess with that. Let me look at this stuff. Yeah, I'm gonna sort that out. We can grab my Korok leaf. We can bomb this tree. I think, yeah, there's some leaves around here. We got some palm fruit as well. And I'm gonna grab, typically if you see a raft, there's probably a Korok leaf on the ground or in a tree nearby. So it's definitely worth seeking that out. So over here we have our raft, but also kind of strange looking log with a leaf on it. I'm gonna get my raft going a little bit before we step on that, because that is gonna be something that I want to get going here. Okay, don't want to push it too much. That should be enough. As soon as we step on this, bam, we got a trial going. It might be kind of hard to see with the sunset, or sunrise rather, but there's a little kind of ring of lights that we need to get to before they all disappear. It's got a timer on it. Gonna get in close and just jump through it, and there we go. Another little trial to get a Korok seed. We got so many of these. I gotta go find Hestu again around the fields. But yeah, if we wanted to take this raft all the way out to that island, that foreboding-looking island, we could. But I'm gonna wait on that because I mentioned that, you know, the major test of strength is one thing, but that is gonna be extremely difficult. The test of strength and smarts on that island is one of the tougher things in this game, so I will hold off on that a little bit. Let's grab this chest since I kind of spotted it there as we were scanning the horizon, and we're gonna make our way back to the shore. I do actually want to use the raft to get there because there's a couple things down here on the beach, and my there's a lot of weird ways you can use the like weapons with magnesis to make the raft go and stuff like that. I think my preferred way to get around is swing once and then stop before you complete the combo. To swing, you know, you swing once and then you start the combo again to go bam, bam, bam. And if you have the raft going in a good way, it should help us get over here. I think we're beached a little bit. Once I get this thing going, it is gonna really go, go, go across the water. Okay, 1, and then 1, 2, there we go. And it really gets it. 3 hits from this thing. Definitely seems that, yeah, we're going way too fast. Here we go, woo! All right. Feel like we're playing Wind Waker again. Here, we did get, you know, a camera, so not too far off. Here we are, and I want to go to these rocks to meet one of my favorite characters in this game. There he is. Let's go talk to that guy. So you can see way up there, my attack is almost gone, but luckily we don't have to fight him. let's go paraglide over. And I've got my climbing gear on since we got it. We can climb up there a little faster. We got the shirt and we got the bandana. We look like we're about to hit the gym. So let's swim on over and climb and go see this guy. This is a, there's all these seagulls, which also makes me think of Wind Waker. Like there's a giant Octorok gonna pop out of the water. Kind of foreboding with my memories, bringing back the the image of a creepy Octorok jumping out. But yeah, I think the seagulls are here to get your interest so that you go over and talk to this guy. Ah, the smell of the sea. Why, hello. I certainly didn't expect to see anyone else up here. This is Kass. He's of a race of Hyrule that we haven't seen yet. That there, on your hip. No, I'm sorry, it's nothing. I didn't mean to pry. Are you a bird? Have you? I could ask you the same. Have you never met a Rito before? Odd. My name is Kass. As a bard, I spend my days traveling this land in search of ancient songs. Have you heard of the ancient songs of Hyrule? Ancient songs? Ancient songs. Songs that sing the praises of a hero who beat back the calamity in an age past. This oddly shaped rock pillar we're standing on is the subject of a song. Would you like to hear it? Yes, please. Oh. As you wish. Here he goes. An ancient hero spoke these words. One day I'll return to fight evil. I love his accordion. My cache is at 17 of 24. This rock will point towards its retrieval. And there we go. A little hint. My cache, oh, could it be a hidden stash of money? If it was left by the ancient hero that defeated the calamity 10,000 years ago, it must be a big amount. Good luck figuring it out. May the light illuminate your path. Thank you, new parrot friend. So the hero's cache, this is a kind of a minor one, but this is a little quest related to his song. And you don't actually have to wait till the time that he was saying. He was, you know, using the, it was 17 would be, I think, 5 o'clock or whatever, and the shadow would point down here towards this chest, which I can lift right out of there. So finding it with magnesis is a little easier than having to worry about finding the right time. I'm gonna be a little closer here so that it'll be able to open it before it falls into the drink. There we go. And we got our first, I think, gold rupee, 300 rupees. Its radiant golden shine illuminates your soul. So that is gonna go a long way towards buying my Hateno house. We have 700 now. I think I could sell enough to maybe get enough to buy it, but I'm still collecting the amount of wood that we need as well. A couple more bundles of that, and then we should be all right. Now the cliff, if you saw that other shrine up on the cliff, that's another combat trial that I want to tackle later on, because it seems like it would be kind of tough to get up there now, even with our new climbing gear. That is a big cliff to climb. We got Lizalfos swimming around waiting for me as well. Okay, let's talk to Kass. What? So the hero's savings amounted to nothing more than a single gold rupee? Well, hero though he was much more rich in character than wealth. Still, that is a fair sum. I hope you'll make good use of it. Okay, so we have solved that quest. There's a lot of stuff around here on the beach, specifically something over there on the farther coastline that we want to get to. So let's just warp out of here. I did want to go to the ranch before we finish up, though, because I was going to do that when we were down in the forest, but I forgot. So let's finish up with the ranch, and then next time we will go back to Kakariko, because remember I said there was that really cool quest line. We're going to be able to complete that, but also Impa has some info on the pictures we have, and those are very, very important if you want to see the story of the game. You know, you don't have to do that side stuff. If you just want to run to Ganon, buck naked and holding a Korok leaf, then that's your choice, but I want to show you guys the cool story stuff, so that is what we're going to do. I'm going to switch to my preferred outfit, though. All right, so let's find our way down to the ranch. It should be around where the forest was over here. And there is another raft that we could use to get to that little center island, but I'm just going to dip and glide straight there. We can use the game's shortcuts to our advantage and, you know, just glide straight there. There's definitely something to be said for following the paths and seeing all there is to see, but it is nice that, you know, we don't have to do that. We can just glide straight down, pick up this rock, and find another hidden Korok friend. There we go. Okay. But yeah, that forest, definitely good. I think it's called Retsum Forest down here. Yeah, definitely good to remember that if you need certain things. So we might head back there later. See if I can glide over here without having to use the raft at all. I think there might be something out there, maybe like a weapon or something. I'm trying to remember. There's definitely some stuff you can use magnesis on in pretty much any lake you're gonna go to or body of water. Look at these little rams. They're adorable, not like the ones that try to headbutt you on the mountain. And now that we have the camera, I could actually take a nice picture of a Highland sheep. There we go. We can save that, and we'll add it to the compendium if we want to learn about them. So yeah, it's very tempting at this point in the game to just go crazy and start taking a picture of every pup and bull that you see. There's a Hateno cow over here. We can take a picture of the Hylian retriever. Excuse me, sheep. We have a picture of you already. Let's get a picture of this little guy hiding in the grass there. You can only hold so many pictures, but it is nice. Yeah, if I wanted to track dogs, that is now an option. Look at this resplendent cow. Okay, I promise I'll stop. Ooh, one more picture. One more picture, because we gotta get one of these. The bright-chested duck. There we go. Oh, the ones like going blah, 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 like with the water. Aw, just like real ducks. If we did want to track them, yeah, that's the option. There's another. Aw, he's so happy. There's a bunch of different breeds of those dogs. So let's finish up. There's 2 quests here that I want to do. This guy, Dance. Oh there, you're up early. Are you some kind of wanderer? Interesting. This could work out. You look handy with a bow. Mind helping a poor farmer out? What do you need? Woohoo! I had a lucky feeling you were the answer to my prayers. So what I need for you to hunt what I need is for you to hunt some deer out in Retsom Forest. They're overpopulated these days, and it's destroying the forest. That's why I was hoping you could hunt all the deer you can in 1 minute. Okay. Ooh. Thank you. Can you go right away? Yes. We could ask if there's a trick, but yeah, just kind of trying to take him down quick. What a trooper, I'm counting on you. So you can get a little bit of rupees from this. Not really worth the arrow money necessarily, but we got plenty of arrows stacked up, and it's kind of fun. Some of this stuff is worth just showing you guys, because it is fun. About that deer hunting, no time like the present, right? Go get started, and I'll call you once your minute is up, okay? All right, here we go. There's one right next to me. I'm gonna do my best to blast these guys as quick as I can. I feel bad about it. Actually, I do want to use the stronger bow so I can take them out before they... Oop, missed him. He was right there, too. Ooh, get back here. Oh, my gosh. We're going to do real bad at this if I don't aim a little better. Okay, go, go, go. We only have so much time. There's one. That's a boar. That's a boar. The deer behind that bush that I kind of shot blindly at. Wanted to try to get it. Yeah, there's bucks all over the place. There's boars all over, too, to try to mess with you. I don't know if we can get that one because it's over the hill. We're not going to get too many of these, I'm guessing, but try my best to take out a few and get a couple of rupees. Yeah, I'm not seeing as many here as I would want to find. That one's trying to... Man, that's the one that I want to get. He just went up a wall. Where did he even go? He disappeared up that cliffside. We could also grab some mushrooms while we're here and whatnot. There we go. But yeah, anything over a little bit of damage should take him out with one hit, so you don't have to spend too much time trying to hit him multiple times, because that can be tough. Yeah, I'm not seeing as many deer as I thought we would. We only got 4. That's time. Come back, Wanderer. Not really any great reward for getting a bunch anyways. I can usually get, 9 or 10 on a good run, but there we go. Got some meat out of it. Get a few rupees as well. And also the knowledge that we helped control the population. You got 4 deer. You're downright vicious with that bow, Wanderer. Here's a reward for you. There we go. So yeah, we only got a blue rupee. The thing with these deer, though, we really have to get their numbers under control. Hey, Wanderer, can I ask you to go again? No way. Oh, well, shucks. Let me know if you ever change your mind. So yeah, not the best way to get money by far, but nice to help out these farmers. And we're going to finish by talking to this gal. They'll pay. They'll all pay. Hey, you. Yes. What do you want? Oh, don't act so clueless. Although, fine. You seem harmless enough. Forgive me. I've just been on edge with all these monsters running around. They come up from Hateno Beach to steal my sheep. If someone doesn't do something soon, I won't have any left. So let's help her out. The sheep rustlers. I hate that gang of monsters on Hateno Beach. Which monsters? The stupid ones who attack anything that moves. Last time they showed up, I gave them a taste of my pitchfork. But I had second thoughts about following them back to their camp on Hateno Beach. I was mad enough to spit, but maybe not mad enough to take on 7 monsters at once. Anything else you want to know? We know where the beach is, though. And southeast of the village. Follow the winding road, and you'll be there before you know it. All right, so we do have a map. We're going to do that next time, though. Goodbye. I'm sorry if we got off to the wrong foot. And that's all. All right, and we'll help out Koyin. Maybe even talk to this old man here. Yes. Hello. Hello. He seems more important than he is. He just kind of sits under the tree all day, and then eventually we scare him off with a bomb. Luckily, we can't hurt anyone with those. Yeah. Sorry, old man, but I need the wood. You're okay, aren't you? What? He's fine. What is it? I need to talk to you. To me? About what? Who are you? To me? Well, I'm just an old man. Nothing more to it than that. Any other business? What is this place? Well, it's a farm, but you knew that much, right? Oh, you're talking about that old house up front there. The place on that hill to the east is the research lab. I heard a Sheikah tribe director is doing some mysterious things up there. Any other business? Not really. Sorry, I only gave you info that you've already known. Goodbye. And goodbye to you guys. Thank you for watching. Please leave a like if you enjoyed this. Maybe leave a like. And, or I already said that, but maybe subscribe. There you go. And I'll see you next time. We got enough wood. It's on fire. We just made a campfire on accident. Might as well sit by the fire and relax. And I'll see you guys again for more Breath of the Wild. Goodbye.